Hello, friends. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth, back with another live video today. As you can see, it's a little dark today, right here in my space rocker of the planet Earth lab, and they got some bad weather out there. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's out there. Well, today I'm gonna take it back a little bit, and of course, I'm gonna give you the not so real news, a few of the real news, and the theme, topic, or subject for today. If you stick around, it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to try to make it as concise and condensed as possible. But we're going to ask this question. We're going to ask this question today. Is the system really rigged? Is the system really rigged? Think about that one for a second. Is the system really rigged? And when I talk about the system, I just talk about the overall global Earth system, the way things move, the way things run around the world. I'll say hi to everybody that's getting in there. This is Tony Dizant, the space rocker of the planet Earth, today with another video. And the question for today will be, is the system really rigged? And when I talk about the system, is the global system, the way the Earth is run, the way everything runs, the system, the whole global system. And of course, I'm going to start a little bit with the not so real news and the real news. And of course, today they had the second day of deliberations on the former president. Second day of deliberations. It seems like it's been forever, and they're only going in the second day because they're trying to drag this thing forever. Drag it and drag it and drag it. The more they drag it, the worse it's for the former president. Because if they keep him in the court, he doesn't have time to campaign and do the thing he needs to do to see if he can get reelected. But that's just the way this system works. This system works like that. It works like exactly is working. It you got, when I talk about the global system, it's a whole bunch of systems, different industries, different things, the government, the private sector. But we're going to get into that a little more. If you stick around, it's going to be interesting. Is the system really rigged? So we're talking about the fake news, and of course all that about the ex-president being going to jail and all this stuff that people are saying. I don't believe it's going to happen. To tell you the truth, man, mark my words right now. I don't believe he'll ever step in a jail cell. So if you want to comment about that one, comment. You're more than welcome. I'm not against or for any president or any political candidate. I'm here to just tell you how it is. But all this clown show, the whole clown show is for you to stay entertained and maybe benefit the former president because he's on the news every day. and that makes him popular, and that makes him get votes. So that may work on his favor, and you don't even know it. See, that's how they trick you. Another thing that they dragging about this Supreme Court Justice Alito. For some reason, his wife, I believe his wife, made a mistake and raised the American flag upside down. And it just happened like one morning, maybe. And they took a picture of it. And they've been dragging this little thing about the Supreme Court, Alito. First, they asked him, and he said, "Well, my wife does that." So he blamed it on the wife. And then the wife said, "No, well, I do it every day, but I might have done it by mistake." But no, they don't have anything else to do. See, the fake news, the diversion news, the show news, the ones that entertain the people, they try to find little stuff that is really meaningful, like raising the flag upside down. That's really meaningful. You don't do that. You just don't do that. But if somebody like that, big guy, like Supreme Court Justice, and then in this case, the Supreme Court Justice wife, raised the flag upside down, oh, that's like, oh no. So somebody, like I said, took a picture of it, and now they dragging that thing forever, blah, 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 blah. Now, in the hidden real news, there's some news hidden that you might not have seen. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you right now because the CDC, which was very, very prevalent on the virus, the CDC is saying, it's already saying it since March. Since March, we had 2 cases of the bird flu. I don't understand it too well because, like I said, I'm not a scientist, but of that kind. I'm a scientist, but I'm a satellite scientist. It's not CDC. What's his name? The guy, the big guy that was at the CDC. Well, that's not the case. The third person infected with the bird flu and with a new symptom, and then they put some cows on there. Well, I guess apparently this has to do with people that work in farms. Okay, I guess the bird flu went from a bird to a cow. Check this out. And then the cow gave it to a human. And the human got infected with the bird flu from the bird that infected the cow and infected the human. So this is serious stuff, okay? But it's not front and center because it's just only the third case in about 2 months. So they superficially covered it and they said, okay, the CDC found a third case of the bird flu, and this person that's infected has a new symptom. We don't have any details on it or nothing. I didn't really read the article, to tell you the truth, because what it is what it is. If people keep getting infected, then they're going to make a big deal out of it. But if not, they superficially going to cover it, and then they're going to sweep it under the rug. And that's what they do. That's what they do. And now, to the subject of today, which is the system really rigged? Well, that right there tells you Fauci is the guy that I was saying. Fauci, he used to work for the CDC. He doesn't work there no more. But, or maybe he does. I'm not sure. Maybe he does work from home or something. Like, I mean, he stayed in the pandemic mode. But the CDC is saying the third person is infected with the bird flu, and they showing a lot of cows. That that can be very, very, very dangerous. But they're just gonna sweep it under the rug. I hope nothing happens. And when you talk about the system, is the system is really rigged. The system is rigged. Okay, we all know that. And why is it rigged? Because we're not talking only about one system. We're talking about all kinds of systems. So, like for example, I'm gonna give you examples. Pharma is a system. Okay. What else? The government, especially not the local government, the federal government, is a system. They have a system. Okay. And all these systems, they usually work together. The private private industries, that's another system. That's, the corporations, you know the people that make, the entrepreneurs, the billionaires, the millionaires, the people that try to get ahead in life and make money. That's another system that ties into the financial system. Okay, and the financial system work with the corporations, and works with the government, and work with a big industry like the pharmaceuticals. Okay, the pharmaceuticals is in the business of keeping you sick. Okay, why? By keeping you sick, they can gain more profits, and they keep you they keep making more profits, but by making the medications that are going to make you sicker. This is very controversial. If you don't want to hear it, you could turn it off. But I'm telling you the truth. And look, this is uh, the medications come with diagnosis. The more diagnosis you have, the more different diagnosis that you have for a certain illness, the more medications they sell. So the more diagnosis they make for a certain condition, the more profits they make on making more medications. Now, this all takes a lot of brain power, because you have a lot of scientists working on some real medications trying to solve real problems. But then again, the problem was, they created the problem in the first place. Now they just trying to fix it. And by fixing it, they gaining more profits. And it just keeps on going like that. So all the systems work together, and they all work alongside each other. Let's say the government, the financial systems, all the systems around the world, they work. And then you have the the people that govern us. Those are the puppets. Okay, the puppets are like the people that are in power. Those are the puppets. Okay, all the presidents, the prime ministers, the people that are make the decisions on what's going to happen. But then again, The people that you think making the decisions for us, they're not really making the decision for us. They are puppets. The billionaires, the ones that have the money, they all in a boat and they don't get off the boat, and they control everything. They control what we eat, they control what we do, they control the way we pay stuff. They control in the United States. They charge you for oxygen, which is air conditioning. I mean, they charge you for every little thing. You get out of your house, you spending money, and before you even pay, go to the groceries and get food. Your shelter is about $2,000 if you think about it, just to have shelter. By the time you pay insurance on your house and you pay the taxes, and or you know, and by the time you pay the electric bill, the water bill, the gas bill, whatever bill comes in, you gotta have $2,000 just to live there. And then after that, then if you have any money left, then you can buy some medications and you can buy some food, which they also controlled. So the question is here, is the system really rigged? The system has been rigged since God knows when. Okay? But they have, if you want to say it this way, rigged it some more. They rigged it on top, rigged it up, and so now you don't know who to believe. You don't know who's saying the truth. And you have to look at things the way they are. And it's very, very confusing. So, what's the solution here? The solution is this: stay away from all that stuff. That's the solution. Stay away from all that stuff. I've seen people that say, I'm going to become a minimalist. That's not such a bad idea. Don't have a car, have very little clothes, live it in a little shack where you pay like $200 a month or something. Go to work on your bicycle. There's people like that now because they got fed up. They got fed up with the system because the system is rigged. And the more you follow the system, the worse it is for you. But like I said before, it's very simple. The billionaires, they're all in a boat and they throw the line and you get hooked on that line. And the superficial news, or the matrix, they call it, keeps you entertained and keeps you doing what they want you to do. And you keep swimming that way. And once you swim that way, they let you loose. And they never hook you back up because they will never want you on that boat. And that's just the truth. And for those who just stayed here, I really appreciate it. But this is something that people need to understand. People need to wake up and smell the coffee. People need to open their eyes. Okay? I mean, you don't have to pay thousands of dollars on insurance to be able to live in your house. But that's what people doing around here. When I talk about thousands, it's thousands. So you don't, people overseas, they don't know anything about this. People that work in live in third countries, they don't have to deal with all this stuff. And that's why I make these videos, because they think it's a pie in the sky, and it's not. As soon as you step into this country, which is the greatest country in the world, you have to step up to this level, and you have to start dealing with all these systems. Now, you either deal with it or you just get out of it. And some people choose to deal with it, and most people deal with it until they usually get sick. And that's when the mental issues or mental illnesses come in, because there's no issues, there's mental illnesses. And so, what do? You either step up to the plate and learn to work along a rig system, or get out altogether and shut it off. You decide. You decide. And with this one, I want to say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the people around the world that follow my music and follow my videos. I know who you are, and I really appreciate it. And we're going to get along, and we're going to go ahead and talk about this rig system that we have, this global rig system that we have a little more. This little video is not enough to talk about the real global rig system, but at least I'm giving you an idea. The idea is this: you either follow what they tell you and live like a robot until you can, because you're going to have to step up and deal with all this stuff. Or you just get out of it, don't listen to it, and minimalize, like a lot of people have been doing. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth, still living in this beautiful planet called Earth. Today, with the message of the topic, the subject of, is the system really rigged? I think so. I'll see you in my next video.